What's up guys, I'm Michael from Progressive Mountain Biking, and today I'm going to bring you a little tire review. The tire we're going to be reviewing today is the MAXXIS IKON. It's a 27.5 by 2.35 size. The bike that I'm running it on is back here. It's my 2018 Giant Fathom 2. The stock wheels that I'm running them on are I think like a 23 or 24 millimeter inner diameter. So not super wide, but it's not too narrow. What I'd recommend these tires for, I'd recommend them for cross-country riding and like really minor trail riding. Where I think they shine is like a rear tire for trail riding or a front and back for cross-country. The rolling resistance is really low. This model is the 3C, which means the rubber here in the middle is a harder rubber, which means it rolls a little bit faster, a little less, rolling resistance when you're pedaling. And then these side knobs, as far as when you get towards the edge of the tire here, it's a little bit softer rubber compound, and it just grips a little bit better in the turns. The casing's 120 TPI, which just means it's a little more supple, a little squishy compared to the 60 TPI tires. And the main advantage of this tire, I think, is its predictability. My Fathom came with Ardents, MAXXIS Ardents, and here, I'll grab the tire and show you guys. We'll do a little comparison here. I don't know what that was, something fell. But if you look at the Ardent here, the side knobs are a little bit bigger than the Ikon, and you got these nice middle knobs, so it rolls pretty quick. But these transition knobs are just spaced ridiculously far. So the problem I was running into with this tire is that unless you leaned into every single corner like as hard as you could, the tire just wouldn't bite. So like unless you were, you're on a mellow corner or a corner that doesn't have a berm, you can't always like lean as hard as you can into it all the time, especially when you're kind of tired during a ride. So my front tire was washing out. It was driving me crazy. And, I'm not that good of a rider, but, it's hard not to blame the tire when that happens so many times. I washed out probably 3 or 4 times. And as soon as I've switched over to the Ikons, I haven't had that issue. So I'll hold that up. You see these little, intermediate knobs here, just really far spaced. And I just don't think that's a very good design. A lot of people agree with me. I've seen a lot of complaints. Whereas you look at this Ikon, you've got that almost same center tread. Let's flip it around so you're looking at the right direction. Almost that same center tread, but then you have plenty of intermediate knobs. So instead of 1 row, you have 2 rows, and they're spaced pretty equal. So like no matter when you're leaning over or how much you're leaning forward on that front tire, you're just getting a little more consistent grip, and they're just way more predictable. The Ardents would grip really well, and for like half a ride and then just 1 turn, it would just slide out on you, and you've been turning the same way the whole time. That's just the main disadvantage. I think the Ardent's an okay rear tire, but I think the Ikon's a little bit superior. It grips a little bit better too, surprisingly, even though the knobs aren't crazy. But yeah, I definitely recommend this tire. They're a little expensive, but I feel like with MAXXIS you get your money's worth. I put about 100 miles on these, and honestly they pretty much look brand new. Like the center knobs are, worn out a little bit, but it's nothing major. I've ridden a lot of pavement on this, and you'd think that'd wear it out pretty quick, but I feel like I've probably got at least another 300 miles on this thing. When I switched, I'm looking at getting a full suspension right now, and when I go to that, I'll probably go with a little more aggressive tire in the front, like a Forecaster or like a Minion DHF in the front, and then I'll probably go with an Ikon in the back, or an Ardent if I have one laying around. But yeah, moral of the story, the Ikon's a great cross-country tire. Compared to the Ardent, I think it's more consistent, a little bit more grippy, and it's definitely got a higher volume. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. MAXXIS seems to be the way to go. All my friends that ride them love them, and yeah, you should check them out if you guys get the chance. But thanks for watching. The next video should be a riding video since the weather's starting to shape up a little bit. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos, guys.